Okay, hello to all my Sacred Strengths friends. So today we are going to talk about the belief strength, and this is one of the most powerful strengths. It's kind of like I'm almost nervous in dealing with belief because this is such an incredibly powerful strength, and it's one of those strengths where if you master it, the world is your oyster. It is going to do so many wonderful things for you if you understand and you are living in your belief. On the other hand, if it goes sinister, it's going to go way sinister and it can really hold you back. So let's dive into the strength and see why this strength is so amazing, so powerful. The belief strength is actually part of the executing domain. So I happen to be an extreme executor, which means I actually have 5 executing strengths in my top 10. And my number 7 strength happens to be belief. Incidentally, my wife Kim, her number 8 strength happens to be belief. So we're high belief people. So with the executing domain, people that are high executors like myself, what brings us joy is being able to make sure things are done the right way. That's what executors do. They're all about making sure that things get done the right way. And if you have high belief, it's very clear what the right way means. It means doing it, whatever it is you're doing it in accordance with your core values. So think of the belief strength as an eternal flame inside of you. It's never going to go out. It's never going to extinguish. You have to acknowledge that it's there, and you have to connect with it on every single decision you make. If you have high belief, this is so very, very important. You have to connect with this strength all the time because in a lot of ways, it's going to trump anything else. If you may be, you may be harmony, you may be adaptability, you may have these other wonderful strengths in your top 10. But if anything you're doing, any harmonizing you're doing, or any adapting, or any empathizing, or any using your strength in any way, if they go against your core values, then you're going to regret it. You're going to be miserable. You're going to hesitate. You're going to be frustrated, and you're not going to be fun to be around either. Let's just throw that out there. You're going to make yourself miserable and probably everyone else around you. So don't do that. If you have high belief, it is so important that you understand this strength. So everything we do has to be in line with those core values. Now, where do those core values come from? Well, we can look at our other strengths, our other sacred strengths, our other top 10 strengths, and figure that out. We can analyze the other, those strengths. They will tell us largely about how we do things, what we do, how we do them, all that is there. So that'll help us to identify those core values. One of the biggest problems that I see is that people do not understand their core values. They haven't identified those. And that will really work against you. Believe me, it is possible to have high belief and not know what your beliefs are. And that is a recipe for disaster. So if you have high belief, it's very important that you identify what your core values are and you're able to articulate them. You have to communicate them. Again, my number 7 strength, Kim's number 8 strength, we both have high belief. We have to communicate very, very clearly in everything we do. Every new program we develop here at our retreat center at Inspiration Wood, every new product we talk about and how we're going to promote it, whatever we do, we have to be able to make sure that we are honoring our own and each other's core values. If we don't, it's not going to work. It's just that simple. It will not work. So this is a very powerful strength, and I can't emphasize that enough. Kind kind of like fire, that eternal flame inside of you. Fire is one of those things that'll save your life. It'll keep you warm. It'll provide you light. It'll ward off predators. It'll do all these great things if you're in control of the fire. The minute you lose control of the fire, you're in real danger. And so this is kind of a over the top metaphor, but it's applicable. So if we lose control of our belief, or we don't fully understand our belief, then we're not going to grow, we're not going to develop, we're headed for some really serious frustration, and we're going to hesitate and not accomplish the things in our lives that we want to accomplish. If you do not have a clear understanding of what your core values are, then anytime anybody pitches you something, this is where it goes sinister. Anytime anybody wants to teach you something, you're going to be very skeptical. You're going to challenge that automatically. You're going to have this defense built up in front of you that says, nope, I'm not letting anything in, and they're going to have to really spend a great deal of time with you. If you don't understand what your core values are, you're just going to shut everything out. You're going to get this tunnel vision, and you're not going to grow. So don't let that happen to you. I've seen that. It's very important that you're able to say to yourself, I'm going to hear this person out. I want to grow as a person. I want to learn new things, but I want to make sure that what I'm learning is in line with my core values. It's got to be in line with who I am, what I do, and how I do it. And if you can do that, then you will make much better decisions going forward. You will grow in a very healthy way. So think about that. Make sure you understand what your core values are, and that any new information that's being pitched to you, don't put up your blockers right away. Don't be so skeptical. Hear the person out, but then evaluate it and say, well, okay, yeah, this is in line with my core values, or wait a minute, no, I can't go there. This is not in line with my core values. If you do that, you're going to be happier, you're going to be more productive, and you're going to have better relationships and a whole slew of other things that are going to happen. So if you do not understand your core values, every time somebody pitches something to you, it's going to be really fuzzy to you. You're going to put up the blockers, and you're going to get a reputation for just flat out being stubborn all the time. I can be stubborn. Belief people can be stubborn. Stubbornness isn't necessarily a bad thing. Stubborn, I actually, most people I know that are stubborn and know they're stubborn kind of embrace that. I myself being one of them. So I don't think being stubborn is a bad thing at all. But it cannot turn us off from learning new things and from interacting with other people with different ideas. We're in a society now where we're getting very paralyzed. Our society is turning into something to where anybody that doesn't agree with us and who we are, we're seeing as an enemy now. And that is a really bad trend. We have to get away from that. So honor your core values, but at the same time, be open. You got to be open to hearing people out and give them the opportunity to say, you know what? We have the same values here. We share this value. I have a different perspective on this particular topic, and then you can broaden your mind with that. That can be very helpful to you. So again, I honestly think this is one of the most powerful strengths out there. Belief is one of the most amazing strengths out there. When it's working for you, it's going to help you move mountains. It's going to help you grow and develop like probably no other strength I can think of, because you're going to know who you are. And that's the whole key to this. If you do not know who you are, then this strength can go sinister in a very big way and really hold you down. So that's it. If you have any more questions about this, reach out to me and I'll be happy to talk to you more about this, because this one requires a lot of study. This particular strength is one that you have to champion it. If it's in your top 10, you got to know this one. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, inspiration starts here.